Hello there. In this video, I want to show you a practical example of what it means to be unreasonable. In some videos that I did in the past, I pointed out very clearly that Islam renders people unreasonable. Islam prevents people from reasoning, that is one, and also makes them unreasonable. So here is going to be a classic example of such a thing. Recently, I embarked on a brand new series that I titled Muhammad's Many Manipulations. And I think in episode 2, I talked about an event that happened in Muhammad's life in which he actually cursed an innocent girl, an orphan for that matter. And then the adopted mother of that orphan went to confront Muhammad with the reality of what he had done. And he admitted that, well, he was just a human being like any other human being, and that he was prone to joy and happiness and excitement like every other person, and that he was prone to anger and annoyance and sin like any other person. And it would have been better if he had stopped there. But he went ahead to say, well, as for the curse he placed on that girl, that he had entered into a pact with Allah, that whoever he cursed unjustly, without any offense, without any evil, on the part of the person that he cursed, that Allah would turn that curse. He said he entered into a pact, into an agreement with Allah. And that is what I call the manipulation, because it is when people confronted Muhammad with some of these evil things that he will find something to say. That is the manipulation aspect. It's not as if, as a human being, he couldn't make mistake. But if he made any mistake, he should just admit it. All right, that's the point. But he would look for somehow to manipulate the people into, because by that time, maybe they were already doubting him, doubting his prophethood, but he will look for something to still tie them down. And that is the point that I have been making in that series. I've only done, is it 2 or 3 now? But in this video, what I want to do with you, what I want to do is to share some feedbacks that I've been getting from Muslims. And let's see whether they get it or not. Every other person gets it, but Muslims don't get it. So let's just go right into it. So here is the video that I'm talking about. Here is the video. And I went ahead, I showed hadiths, and in fact, there is somebody that was asking me that I should prove it, whereas the hadith is on the screen. So meaning that they actually did not listen to it. They didn't watch the video. But that's not where I'm going now. So let's go to the comments. I'll skip a lot of comments. I just want to go to a particular one. This one says, I'm a hypocrite, and that how about Noah that cursed his own son, Canaan. That's not the point. The point is not cursing. The point is Muhammad cursed, and then he manipulated people into thinking that he had an agreement with Allah, that if he cursed anybody unjustly, then Allah will turn it into a blessing. I don't know how a reasonable person will not get that, but let's continue. Let's just go to the the funny comment. So here is a comment. This person, HH7MD, I hope you can see it on the screen. That is let me take myself away for a while so that you can see what I'm talking about. So the person came and said in the Bible, Mark chapter 11 and Matthew 21, Jesus cursed an innocent fig tree. Do you see this mess? Innocent fig tree. Jesus cursed an innocent fig tree. Because we're talking about Muhammad cursing an innocent girl. They are equating human beings and trees. And that is the problem with Islam. That is why there's a lot of bloodshed. Because life is not important. Life is not sacrosanct to Islam, to Muslims. They can't see the difference between a human being, a human life, and a tree life. They can't see the difference. And this guy is telling me, well, Jesus cursed an innocent, imagine, innocent fig tree. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. He said, does that mean he is not a prophet? What? And can you see? This thing is even having 2 likes. Maybe one from the person that posted it, but a dumb person who is going to be a Muslim, by the way, went to like that comment. If you can't spot the trouble in this comment, then that is why Islam is a problem. Because Islam has fried your brain that you cannot figure out that a tree is different from a human being. Okay, so I then said innocent, I quoted that one, innocent fig tree, because that shocked me. Does a tree have any moral sense? That was my question. Does a tree actually have any moral sense for somebody to say innocent fig tree? Does a tree have a moral sense? No, of course. Are you comparing apples and oranges? That I was just trying to I was trying to figure out what's wrong with you, man. What's your problem? Obviously, the problem is Islam. So we discussed back and forth, and the person, they're just making very stupid claims, very stupid arguments. But that's not where I'm going. So that is bad enough, but let's continue. Then I'll come to this particular. I asked him, are you saying that you can't cut down a tree in your garden? I was hoping that he would eventually catch it. But no, Muslims don't catch anything. No matter how simple, they're not going to understand it. Man, you can cut down a tree in your garden and nobody is going to arrest you. But you cannot cut down a girl or a boy, because tree life is different from human life. Tree life has no intrinsic value. It has no eternal value. But human life has eternal value. As a matter of fact, in Christianity, the Bible says that God, our God, Yahweh, he made man in his own image. That is why you cannot kill. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not murder. There is no place in any scripture where God, any God whatsoever, well, let me not say any God, I don't know. There are gods that are worshipped as trees, so let me not talk about that. But I'm talking of the living God. There's no place where he said a tree is his own image. Let me ask you, Muslims, when Allah breathed into the nostril of Adam, and Adam became a living soul, what is the significance of Allah breathing his spirit into Adam? What's the importance? What's the symbol? What is it meant for? You can't answer. There's nothing that... Islam has no answer for anything. Nothing whatsoever. But let's go on. So somebody is going to come to his rescue, and that is where I'm going. Look at this guy. Adetomiwa Ayobami. Adetomiwa, if you're listening to me, let me put myself back on the screen so that this person can actually see me. If you're listening to me, what you are saying is so stupid. So stupid. And only Islam can make a man as stupid as this. Only Islam can do that. And so look at the comment. So it says, so what's different between tree and human? Are they not created? Is even saying at they. Look at English. But let's overlook all that. Maybe that is a typo. Are they not created of God? Imagine that. This is the problem that you have with Islam. This is why all over the world, Islam is the only religion that is shedding. If you combine all the murder, all the killings, all the bloodshed, all the rapes, all the crimes committed by all the other religions put together, they are not as much as the one committed by Islam. Everywhere, all over the world, it is Islam, Islam, Islam. Don't you have shame, for goodness sake? Don't you have any shame? So, let me tell you this. Man is created in God's image. That is the message of Christianity. That is why the Son of God had to come and die for human beings. He did not die for trees. He did not die for animals. But he had to die for human beings because human beings, they are formed in the image of God. Your own God, your Allah. Why did he breathe his spirit into Adam? What's the significance of that? You have no life. You have no respect for life in Islam. That's why you could come and be telling me that since Jesus cursed a tree, and so that tree and the girl that Muhammad cursed, that they have the same value. That's it. Other Muslims, I want you to come and comment. Please come and comment and tell us whether this guy, whether he knows what he's saying or not. Come and defend him, or come and tell him that, you know, he's just being stupid. This is why you cannot reason with them. You cannot discuss with them. Imagine, he's even putting a laughing emoji, as if he had made any reasonable point. He's putting a laughing emoji, as if, wow, he had defeated me. That's what they do. They'll be laughing. Oh, and they're saying nothing. In fact, they're saying something worse than nothing. This is the kind of comments that I get on this channel. This is the kind of comments that nearly every Christian apologist gets from Muslims. Something that you cannot process, something that you can't understand. You don't even know how to reply. Because if somebody is talking like this, you don't know where to begin to have conversation with them. You will invite them to come and have conversation. They will not come. So that you can speak to them one-on-one. So that you can offer some pushback. So that you can ask some questions. No. They're not going to honor any challenge. They're not going to take any challenge. But here he is laughing as if he has made any serious point. I'm going to stop here. I will be sharing other comments, other stupid comments from Muslims with regards to Muhammad's many manipulations and maybe some other topics that I've been covering in this particular channel. So please like this video if it is important, if you have enjoyed it, like it, share it, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And until I see you in the next video, stay away from Islam.